Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
Larson.
And it's time for us to react to the Dave Meltzer star ratings for what is
I
this
don't know,
show?
man. It was last month, wasn't it?
Is this Survivor? He's just getting to reviewing Survivor Series. We're already in December. We're almost in 2025, and he's still talking about something that happened in November of 2024.
Come on, Dave.
That's crazy.
Come on, Dave.
You know what, though? Larson, here's the thing, dude. When you're the gold standard of star ratings, which those other guys still are, you can do yours late. Unlike us, we're trying to gain relevancy in the market, so ours are piping hot fresh. You can watch them right now. You could have watched them within 12 hours of the show being done.
I don't know if it was quite that quick, but at least within 16 hours of the show. We get them up 24 hours. Within 24 hours, generally, unless one of us is out of town, usually me. So anyway, Steve, are you ready? Talk about Survivor Series. You're in the hot seat today.
Am I ready? Nope.
Did you have any of this spoiled for you? I know you're not on Twitter anymore.
No. I'm on the blue sky now. And this morning I forgot we were doing this. So I went bounding into social media. But luckily for me, I did not have anything spoiled for me. You know, the great thing about Blue Sky is that you can like choose your little tabs, what you want like to focus on. And I did not choose the pro wrestling tab. So no, nothing spoiled for me this time.
What's the winking for?
I got something in my eye right here.
I find that highly implausible.
I got hair.
Are you going to cheat
here
today, Steve?
No, of course not. I don't cheat. I don't know. You know, I don't. This is a smear on my reputation that you are propagating, sir. And I don't appreciate that because every single time we do this, every time Steve does well at something in life, oh, he's cheating. He's got to be cheating.
Well, you set the precedent.
I don't appreciate
the whole
that.
Kingdom lyrics fiasco where you had the lyrics taped to your wall when you were supposed to memorize them.
Well, that was a lot to memorize, man. That wasn't, you know, we weren't. It wasn't. Like
all I'm hearing is excuses for cheating.
It wasn't like a competition between us, man. Come on now.
I thought there was something on the line anyways.
That was, you know, I'm sorry. But in that case, no, there wasn't. It was your dumb face. When you saw me doing all the lyrics, that was worth it. I'm sorry. But in this, I take the star ratings reactions very seriously, Larson. So no cheating is being had here.
If you say so. Anyways, first match, Women's WarGames match.
First match.
Rhea, Bailey, Io, Naomi, Bianca taking on Nia, Liv, Raquel, Candice, and Tiffany. Match lasted a little bit more than 38 minutes. Thus said the Meltzer, quote, "It opened with Bailey versus Jax, which was a decision to have Jax work 38 minutes. Jax laid out Bailey, so Naomi was the next in. Unless you do an injury angle, the face advantage thing is a tough one because you have to have the faces being beaten up in a fair fight every time a face has to come in." Talking about the psychology of the match, I guess. He continues. Jax did some of the worst-looking chair shots ever on Bailey and Naomi.
Hold on a second. Wait. Can you please repeat that line, but in Scorpio Sky as member of SCU, please?
Oh, sorry, yes. Jax did some of the worst-looking chair shots ever on Bailey and Naomi. Belair was next in. She threw a table in. Stratton was next in. She brought in a garbage can and was hitting people with it. At this point, it was sloppy with no heat.
Wow.
Moves on to the finish. The finish saw Ripley use a Riptide, putting Morgan through the table to pin her, which was the right finish since it sets up Ripley getting a title shot. The last 10 minutes, there's some editorializing. You actually get a lot of this week, unlike me last time. The last 10 minutes were very good.
Pause. That sounded like a bit of an excuse for why you pulled a doom.
I got one right. So not a total doom.
But you know, the AEW really should.
Facts.
AEW really should consider bringing in the Costco guys again to pump up those ratings because. Hoo-wee, Larson.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm off track.
Yeah, come on. You're distracting yourself, really. So this is the last sentence. The last 10 minutes were very good, but the first part had a lot of problems and not a lot of reaction either. What did Dave give this match?
Damn, it's the tale. I mean, look, this really was the tale of two matches, so it looks like Dave and us are on the same level. I really, really hesitate to believe that he's going to wait heavier on the stuff that happened after the bell rang for the actual match getting started, though, because there's no way he's going to give it. I think you and I went, what, 3 3/4 and 4, I think is what we went on
I
that?
think I went 3.5.
You went 3.5?
Yes,
okay.
I went 3.5. I think you went 3 3/4.
Okay. All right. I might have given it 4 for EO. I forget. But yeah, no, you're right. I think I gave it 3 3/4. I don't think he's going to be that generous at all, but I don't think he's going to be that far off either, because 10 minutes is not an insignificant chunk of time. But the whole match was, what, 38 minutes?
Yeah,
I
nearly
think?
40 minutes. So
Nearly 40
the last
minutes.
quarter
So,
essentially was really good, and the rest he seemingly was not a huge fan of.
yeah, no heat. They did stick the landing though in the end, and I think there's something to be said about that. Boy, oh boy, I have a number in my head that's been there.
Why has it been there? Is it spoiled for you?
No, it's when you started talking. It's when you said that they did a good job in the last 10 minutes. I was like, okay, maybe that's it. I'm gonna say 3 1/4.
So close.
Oh wow, did he give it 3?
3 stars.
Okay, all right.
So
I feel like he's been in a quarter-star mood lately. I'm surprised that he's giving anything just a straight up this star, you know. So all right, fair enough.
All right, next 0 for 1 so far.
All right. Well, I only got, I'm not optimistic about today's chances.
Next match for the U.S. title. The new U.S. champion Shinsuke Nakamura defeated LA Knight in about 9.5 minutes. Dave said this, quote, Nakamura mostly beat on him. This was basically a TV match, and an average one at that. The crowd was into the entrances, but not the match. I don't think they were ready for the finish when it came. The crowd popped big for Nakamura's win. Even though they liked Knight more, they wanted to see a title change more than they cared about Knight winning. Knight got a good reaction. I wasn't at all surprised that he lost the title, but was surprised at not only how clean this was, but that it was just a nothing match where it didn't come across at all like the star he came across in his entrance, or he didn't come across at all like the star he came across in his entrance. I guess he could be referring to Nakamura or LA Knight.
He's all over the map. That was like such a short write up, but it took a lot of twists and turns.
It's not the entirety of the write up. Everything else is description. I just took the stuff that could maybe steer you in one direction or another.
So a TV match that was average, but it got good heat.
The entrances got heat. The finish got heat, although the crowd wasn't ready for it, but everything in between, seemingly no reaction.
All right, man. Jeez, well, for him in average matches, too, I don't think he went as low as that. But maybe he didn't go as high as 3. I'll give it 2 3/4.
You got you're doing quarter increments, which is the right call on this one. However, it was 2 1/4.
Wow. He gave it a scotch over match happened.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, there you go. Woo.
All right, 0 for 2 so far.
Dave's in a bad mood. Dave is not
We'll see if that's the
impressed.
case in this next match, because this is one we both like. The Intercontinental title match, Braun Breaker successfully defended against Sheamus in Ludwig Kaiser in about 14.5 minutes. Dave said this, quote, the crowd was cheering Breaker against Kaiser, but booed him when he out-wrestled Sheamus. Sheamus used his razor's edge for a near fall, and Breaker did a Frankensteiner off the top. Breaker went for a spear and ran to a chair in the corner, and Sheamus used the bro kick. As the ref was counting, Kaiser pulled the ref out of the ring. Kaiser used the shillelagh again. This was a great match. Kaiser used a Death Valley bomb on Sheamus, but Breaker speared Kaiser and then speared Sheamus for the pin on Sheamus. What did Dave give this match?
There's one number that screams to me, and I'm pretty sure it's what I gave it as well. I'm going to say our Kotchers are lined, and he gave it 4 stars.
Should have thought about that quarter star, man. 4 1/4.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's cool, man. That's cool. Good job. All right.
0 for 3 so far. Next.
That's good. What did you go, like 0 for 10 on that?
No, I did
AEW
1
one?
for 10. Thank you very much. I at least got one right. Let's see if you can do as well as that. Next. You got something to add?
No, go ahead.
World
Go ahead.
Heavyweight title match, Gunther beat Damian Priest. That's what Dave said. It was very hard hitting. Did you get that? Very hard hitting.
Yeah, I heard. Yes, I can hear you fine.
Priest.
Fandango.
Priest was mostly selling his shoulder. Gunther went for a top rope superplex, but Priest shoved him off the ropes and into the ring. Priest then fell on his shoulder, went out landing on the ropes. While on the floor, Finn Balor came out and gave Priest a double foot stomp off the ring steps to the floor. Gunther kicked Balor in the face, did a bunch of elbows, and finished it clean with the choke. But the only editorializing you get, just so you're clear about it, it was very hard hitting.
It was a hard hitting match. Didn't sound like he didn't like it though. Damn, boy, there's nothing there to go off.
Everything else was description.
It didn't seem like he had the same issues with it we did, and he likes Gunther. Fuck it, I'll go 4 stars.
Oh,
Off by 3. It was 3 3/4.
it was 3 3/4.
Yeah. He has been in a 1/4 star mood lately. Damn it. And watch, this next one's going to be like a straight up 4. Go ahead.
We'll
go
see,
ahead.
because we only got one match left. You're 0 for 4 so far, Steve.
Very similar to your A. So if I did 6 more of these, I'd be at your AEW.
Well, no, because I got the first one right.
Oh, that's right. You got the
Something
pre-show
you failed
match
to
right.
do today. Good bloodline of CM Punk.
There was no pre-show today or on this one.
I don't know what to tell you. Good bloodline is CM Punk taking on Bad Bloodline. 41 minutes, 51 seconds was the length of this bout. This is what Dave had to say. Quote, I love these random observations that Dave throws.
Oh, yeah.
There was a spot where they showed the cameraman in the cage, which to me was always something I hated as a fan, because you never have a cameraman in the ring in a boxing match or a cage in a UFC fight, because the idea this is a dangerous match. All right. They showed Punk and Reigns in the cage together, just staring away from each other. That was really well done.
Okay.
Punk got a toolbox. He was a lot more careful hitting people with it after the miscue last time. Jimmy climbed to the top of the cage and splashed Fatu through the table to take him out. After doing that move, Jimmy just celebrated. I guess they didn't want Fatu kicking out of the splash to diminish it, but at the same time, he wasn't the one to move. I think he should have kicked out, as it looks stupid to not go for a pin after that move. Everyone else was taken out on the Sikoa team. The Usos super kicked Sikoa over and over, then Zayn hit the Helluva kick, Punk hit the GTS, and Reigns speared Sikoa for the pin. The faces celebrated together. They all hugged, except they didn't involve Punk. Then they all except Reigns hugged Punk. Ended with Reigns and Punk shaking hands and everyone holding up the one finger except Punk, who did the sleep deal that Frank Shamrock came up with in the Phil Baroni fight, and that Punk and Mickey Rourke copied. The sleep deal.
He did the sleep deal, dude.
So that's what you get.
All right, man. All right. Well, again, seemed like he was cool with this match. The one thing that happened before the bell, he didn't even complain necessarily about the soft toolbox shit. He didn't say it was the worst toolbox shots ever. He was understanding about it. Oh, man. Boy, oh, boy. All right. It feels like he liked this. It feels like he probably bought into the big nature of the match. He's in a 1/4 star mood today. I'm going to say he went.
One thing I remember reading before the actual breakdowns of the matches is that he kind of gave the show a little bit of flack for a lack of surprises.
Okay. All right. I mean, that doesn't really move me one way or the other, to be honest with you. I'm going to say, you know what, man? I'm going to say this is the one where he didn't nudge on the 1/4. I'm going to say he went straight up 4 stars.
4 1/4.
It was 4 and I was going to say that too. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what? It is what it is. I got the offer. Bad night for us, or bad week for us both. You got the offer. I got the offer.
What are you talking about?
You got the pre-show. It didn't really count. It's like, mathematically speaking, does that number even register? It's 1 out of 11, 1 out of 12.
1 out of 10.
That's
10% as opposed to 0%. What you got here?
Right, less opportunities as well. And on top of that, AEW a bit easier to grade. But, WWE a bit tougher.
Excuses. I just hear one excuse after another here.
So basically, samesies you and I. But that's all right, man. Next time, we're... Oh!
Are we doing these for Saturday night's main event?
Of course we are. We're doing
the
a big...
switch happens.
It's a big switch.
Oh, no.
It's a big switch. Larson,
No.
I get my AEW back. I'm going to be getting 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10s. Oh, man. Love to see it.
Don't like
Love
it.
to see it.
Don't like it.
Yeah, we'll be back again with this for Saturday night's main event in a couple of weeks. About a week. Yeah, about a week from now.
Yeah.
Well, actually 2 weeks because the show is a week from now.
That's right.
And the star rating is...
We'll have our star ratings up in like 8-9 days. Add
Absolutely.
6 more for Dave.
Absolutely. Anyways, that is going to do it. It was a lot of fun. You win some, you lose some. Till next time, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.